everyone! How you doing? You'd think after making a number of YouTube videos I'd have this intro thing nailed by now, but it's a hot mess every time. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Hi everyone, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. My name's Daljit, and this week's movie is... Alright, getting there. Moving on, let's get into the movie. Cinderella's story usually begins in a mystical kingdom far, far away. This one starts at the intersection of the 101 and 405. Welcome to the Valley. This is the place where dreams come to die, unless you're a Kardashian or born with lip fillers. We meet Sam's dad. He runs a diner during the day and uses baseball metaphors to explain fairy tales to his daughter at night.
Like I always say, never let the fear of striking out
Keep you from playing the game.
Where do princesses go to college, you ask?
They go where the princes go. They go to Princeton.
And Sam took that as a legally binding prophecy. Then, because this is a Californian Cinderella retelling, the dad dies in an earthquake. The house survives, the stepmother survives, the annoying pigtail sisters survive, but the parent who has the mortgage and owns the diner dies. Sam loses her only family, her best friend. The only adult in her life with a job, a heart, and an understanding of legal terminology. But don't worry, the emotional fallout is covered in exactly 3 seconds of sad piano and post-trauma attic move. Also, the house is like 4 bedrooms and 3 children, but the stepmother still makes her move to the attic, because logistics only apply to public school funding, not evil stepmother logic. Sam has to come down like 3 flights of stairs for step labor, which is just inefficient for everyone. But honestly, the attic kind of slaps. Okay, I can't pull off slaps, but it does look like a Pinterest board for trauma meets misery. High five for asbestos. I just high-fived myself. Fiona is California Karen who likes doing 2 things, inheriting property and getting a spray tan, which is less glow-up and more Trump cosplay. Her face permanently looks like she just walked into economy class for the first time. Fiona is also obsessed with salmon. There is so much salmon in this movie.
Got into my salmon! The salmon omelet, salmon soup, and salmon pudding.
Is this the Norwegian salmon that I asked for? Fly that stuff in from Norwegia.
Jokes apart though, I love Jennifer Coolidge. Did you guys hear her speech at the Golden Globes? She's an icon.
You, Ryan, and let's see, we got, well, who else was there? It was just you, Ryan. I don't know. You sort of changed my life in a million different ways, and my neighbors are speaking to me, things like that. Well, I was never invited to one party on my hill, and now everyone's inviting me.
Okay, back to the movie. We have a couple of evil stepsisters who talk like an NPC had babies with a valley girl and dropped them on their heads. Also, let's be honest for a second. This one's Anastasia and that one is Drizella, right? Sam's father owned a diner, which is now run by her stepmother, and she has entirely sucked the joy out of her employees, but at least they get to wear roller skates and pink cardigans. Okay, let's move on to our main protagonist, who is now a teenager. Sam is a free slave labor by morning, a grade A student by day, and diner girl by afternoon. Basically me in high school, except I wasn't hot, and nobody was trying to date me. Anonymously or otherwise. So, Sam's home situation is terrible, okay? Her stepmother is the type of woman that goes to a restaurant, has the best salmon in her life, and still leaves a terrible Yelp review because the waiter asked what she meant by Norwegia.
You're not very pretty, and you're not very bright.
I am a very appealing person.
Norwegia.
Her entire school makes fun of her for working at the diner and treats her like she's a peasant girl selling turnips in the school courtyard. Every time she walks somewhere, someone goes, "Diner girl!" Like it's a forbidden curse.
Diner girl? Can I get a breakfast burrito to go?
If it isn't Diner Girl. Diner Girl.
Diner girl?
Like, being employed is insulting in this economy. If this was 2025, she'd have about 10,000 likes on a LinkedIn post and she'd be getting more offers for side hustles. The ultimate mean girl of this movie is Shelby. It's like she saw the evil stepsisters being NPCs and took it upon herself to be the in Sam's life. They're all also out to get one person in the entire school. It's like Princess Diaries meets North Korea. Today's update, Diner Girl sucks. Also, Halloween ball on Friday. Poor Sam is just like... Okay, so in the same vein, the school's hottest boy works at his father's car wash, but I don't see anyone yelling "soap boy" because apparently hosing down a Volkswagen is cool and masculine and serving curly fries is shameful. Sam's only emotional connection is with a stranger she chats to anonymously online, because in the early 2000s this was a normal thing. Oh, and the stranger she's talking to, she goes to the same school, is in the same grade, and sits in the same class. Oh, and he just happens to be the hottest guy in school. They're both attractive, single, and the expectant gender. Honestly, this is the most low-stakes catfish love story in cinema history. Somehow the original Cinderella, with the fairy godmother and mice transforming into horses, is more realistic than this. Also, is Austin Ames technically single, or is he cheating on Shelby? Physically, no. Emotionally, also no, because his conversations with Shelby are like,
I won't be able to get a zone meal here.
and he's also emotionally attached to a chat room. Sam complains about the popular kids being mean, and Austin Ames is like, I can relate. He quotes poetry like he's Romeo instead of the star quarterback of his school football team. Yeah, he's pretty delusional. The school throws a Halloween ball, Honestly, America is so much cooler than where I grew up. The most extravagant thing that we did was like a Halloween singing march across the city where we were all dressed up, and you could only do that until the age of 12. Sam shows up in a wedding gown to her school and everyone's like, Halloween, wedding, yeah, makes sense. And she's wearing an eye mask, so no one has any idea who she is. Austin Ames watches her walk in and is mesmerized and clueless, even though she's clearly the same 5'2" blonde girl he shares 4 classes with. I go to my local Pret wearing sunglasses and pimple patches, and the barista is like, soy latte half a shot, right? That's my drink, don't judge me. And here 2 inches of Sam's face are covered with a lace mask and she curled her hair. And the guy's like, no idea, never seen this last before.
What's your name? A devastating blow. A worthy opponent.
Okay then. He asks,
Do you believe in love at first sight?
even though this guy has seen her 50 gajillion times. He's acting like he's the first man to ever discover a woman. Like she's been sitting behind you in algebra this entire time, my guy. But honestly, if I had £1 for every time someone I liked didn't recognize me, I'd be able to afford therapy. Or at least one of those Reiki consultants that you see on Instagram ads. Right, so the clock is about to strike 12 and Sam has to run because a carriage will turn into trauma at midnight. Instead of a glass slipper, which would have been entirely impractical, Sam leaves behind her phone. Austin tries to look for Princeton girl as Sam walks right past her. Come on, man, your existence disappoints me. So at school, the students stage an actual play to humiliate Sam. You can't even be mad at them because they probably wrote the whole thing, assigned roles, rehearsed, got everyone together. I'm impressed, honestly. Austin has now found out Sam is Cinderella, but instead of confronting her, talking to her, giving her a quizzical eyebrow even, he just turns around in his seat and pretends it never happened. What happened to your hamburger eating ways, Austin Ames?
Well, I like a girl with a hearty appetite.
Austin is in denial. Like he just saw the end of Shutter Island for the first time and can't cope anymore. Which, if you haven't seen that movie, go watch it, it's really good. Inspired by her father's baseball metaphor, Sam stands up to her stepmother with a monologue that feels like it was written after listening to a couple of Avril Lavigne songs and a good therapy session with her diner colleague Rhonda. Thanks, Rhonda. There is a sports game. Football, I think. There's always a football game. Sam says something about drought.
Useless and disappointing.
And Austin Ames is like, well, damn. He's inspired. He doesn't want to be a sports guy. He just wants to be a nerd. Also, can someone tell me what on earth he's doing here? Because it's a little bit gross and not really sure if it has any purpose. Then Austin runs up the bleachers and kisses his Cinderella. It starts raining. Things couldn't get more romantic if they tried. Sam is finally getting close to getting her happy ending. I mean, he's no Gordo, but whatever. Anyway, Sam then finds her father's will in her fairy tale book. Not a safe, not a loose floorboard, but inside a children's book. Yeah, you might want to check one of your old Happy Meal toys, just in case he's left his mortgage documents in them. The movie ends with Sam driving off to Princeton. Austin follows because he has no friends anymore. In conclusion, A Cinderella Story teaches us 3 things. Ignore the haters, flirt online with strangers, and solve your trauma with baseball metaphors. And if you're lucky, a pair of mice can come make your prom outfit for you. But until then, I've got my list of 10 best ways to avoid relatives and sarcasm. If you like that video, then do please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and watch this space for more videos like this.